And welcome back, everybody. We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to play Hot Takes with Collin. All it is a game about arguing, as far as I can tell. We've never played it. We don't know how to play it, but we're going to do it anyway.
We've done arguing a few times, so we are.
Yeah. Well, we are natural.
We're professionals at arguing, even at things that we don't know about. We still argue.
Yeah. So first, it's going to be me and you, and then it'll be Collin judging, and then we'll switch. However,
And so just want to roll right into it.
sure. Okay.
So beauty pageants for children should be banned.
We both agree on that. What we're going to argue with.
Okay. Just go on
The
then.
next one.
Yeah.
All right. People have the right to be anti-vax, like anti-vaccinated.
I agree.
I agree too.
Okay.
See,
Yeah, I don't
Father
think
and son.
you shouldn't be
Son
forced
of
to vaccinate.
using paper straws is pointless if you're still drinking from a plastic cup.
We're not going to argue as much as we thought we were.
All right, we'll move on to the next. Movies are better than books.
Think movies are better than books?
Are better than books.
Do you agree with that?
I was going to disagree, but I was
No,
trying to get one big.
I agree with it.
Okay, I disagree.
Okay, well, bad.
Okay, so boom, we can finally begin the game.
So movies are better than books. is what
Yeah,
I'm
so
hearing.
take a
Yeah.
moment, gather yourselves, and
Okay.
the point of the game is for them to tell the judge and the argument of why they agree and disagree, and then the judge chooses whose argument was better. So
You can't be biased though if you agree or disagree. You have to go off arguments.
I can come up with both arguments right off the bat.
Okay. You want to go first?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I think books are better than movies because, I mean, they're timeless. They don't have a date where they're like, oh, this is too old, or oh man, this quality looks like shit. It's a book, and it's gonna have the more detail than most movies will. Like if you read, say, Lord of the Rings, the books of them, there's so many more details than in the movies, and that goes for almost every single movie that started with a book. They left out so many details.
It's a good point, SciQ. Kolbey, when was the last time you read a book?
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago.
I did.
How big was the book?
It's about that thick, about 2 inches thick.
Well, so is. Never mind. Moving on.
I was going to make a bad joke, but I didn't.
Free argument.
Well, I think movies are better than books because it gives it out to the story is given out to a wider audience because not everybody reads, especially these days. So I think movies are better because something that more people can experience, especially if it's a good wholesome movie that kind of has a message with it, not the global warming bullshit, but just they can get to a bigger audience.
Bigger audience. Yeah, you both have good arguments. But to be honest, I hate to do this with my heart. I think Kolbey had a better argument.
Damn right I did. No, you keep that card. That's for
Yeah,
decisions.
Right. Well,
I just-
And
We'll
I
take
give you guys the hot take.
oh, well, then I only need one.
Yeah, we only do need one. Okay. Because we're just doing it where I keep these cards as points instead of the.
Uh-oh.
Dancing is a sport.
I disagree.
But I agree.
This is funny.
Is it just for the podcast or?
They're
No.
trying to gain viewers, but I think playing this game they might lose.
Yeah.
So yeah. Which one of you would like to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah,
this
you go
time.
first.
So I think it's a sport because one, it is physical, and it's not a sport that anybody's really going to want to watch. But my dad, taking him dancing for as long as I did and watching him, there was a whole lot of sweating. There was a lot of moving.
So it's
Yeah.
sex a sport?
Is sex a sport?
Yeah.
I mean, if you do it right.
I'm a professional athlete, guys.
I scored a couple touchdowns. I don't know about you boys, but
Mm-hmm.
I have a daughter too, so I think we're both.
I disagree that dancing's a sport. I think it's just a hobby. Because for example, Grandpa,
mhm.
he definitely took it very seriously, but he took it seriously because he loved his hobby. I wouldn't call it a sport. It's just a really fun hobby that people take seriously.
But there's competitions.
So are car shows. There's competitions in car shows. Doesn't make it a sport.
Right, but you're not doing anything physical. You're showing off your car.
But you had to build the car. Like with dancing, you have to practice, get good at it.
Yeah,
With the car, you have to build it and make it look nice.
and then you physically have to do it.
You have to drive it.
To the car show.
All right.
I mean, I'm not saying that a dog show is a sport.
See? A dog show and dancing are very similar. You have to just train for it and get good at it and then show up and then run around.
If the dogs grow thumbs
Uh-huh.
and they want to make it their own sport, by all means, we'll have that argument then. But right now, yeah, dancing is a sport because there's competition.
Car show.
Yeah, but you're not physically doing anything
You had to build the car.
away from the car show.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that practice is a sport. Practice is practice. Work is work. But whenever you have to go competitively do something
Yeah.
against other people, it's a sport.
I think it's like calling pool a sport. Like it's just a fun hobby that a lot of people take seriously for no reason.
I rest my
I get
case.
paid. So
Yeah, you get paid from dancing too, but
yeah.
strippers make a hell of a living.
I mean, some of them, yeah.
Some of them do.
Yeah. Anyways, I will give this one to Adam because I actually the only reason I agree with that, well, with his argument, is because to think back of your last podcast, you saying how much of an athlete I was and how you thought I could do everything. Well, I told Kate about that, my girlfriend, and we were discussing it, and I was like, "Shit, there's some things I cannot do." Like me, I'm a big guy. I cannot pole vault over a 14-foot bar, right?
Yeah.
I'm too big for that. So there's certain things I can't do. Dancing, I think I could do with a lot of practice, competition, you know. And so I would, I would consider it.
It was a fair argument.
And not even my point of view, but just hearing him, yeah, I liked his point of view saying, you know, practice is practice, work is work, and you show up, get paid, compete.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sport, you know. Bowling is a sport, you know. Bowling league, you know. I get paid in the league for showing up, competing, and beating people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we playing to, by the way? Like, how many points we
I
got?
was just thinking the same thing.
It might maybe like I don't know.
I was thinking like 3 or 5.
Switch
Let's do 5.
doesn't matter.
Let's do 5 points and then we'll switch.
Okay. The winner will get to play Collin.
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet. Catfishing someone should be punishable by law. Or slurring or
I actually agree with that.
Okay.
all right. Good thing we have like 1,000
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
People who didn't see, I also agreed.
Well, catfishing is fucking retarded. I hate that
Catfishing
shit.
is retarded.
Which is false advertisement, which is
Yes.
punishable by law.
Just like side Q, I think that should be. I agree, should be punishable by law. And I also think, you know, false rape accusations should also be punishable by
Yeah.
law because you're ruining someone's credibility, reputation, just sitting them in prison for X amount of years.
Well,
And then if they're found innocent, you know, you just ruin their whole life.
There's this guy actually recently that got jailed for 31 days because he, you know, supposedly sexually assaulted this 20-year-old girl in a parking lot. And he like grabbed her, was trying to drag her to the truck, and was trying to like yank her pants down, stuff like that. Horrible scene, all that stuff. The cops, you know, checked like street cameras and stuff, found that truck in the area. So they arrested him. He's in there for 31 days. The prosecutor kept on questioning her. Turns out she made the whole shit up. She's like, yeah, he's just kind of creepy. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't even at the store.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure she got in
And
no
even
trouble
those
for it.
31 days, he probably was fired from his career, and
Yeah.
all types of stuff. You know, just
lost
ruined
his
his life.
job, in jail for 31 days. His family has to put up with it. And,
Had to file as a sex offender.
well, no,
Oh, no, he
because,
was found innocent.
Oh, okay.
yeah, all charges are dropped. But for 31 days, he's incarcerated. And
Yeah.
she gets a, oopsie.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she didn't get any jail time.
No,
Yeah, no,
but
she
it's
should
not,
have.
It's not. For as far as I know, not punishable.
She should have to pay his wages until he finds another job.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. Meeting someone through a dating app is less meaningful than meeting them in person.
You disagree, really?
Back to the buying their wives. I like it.
Yeah, let me make sure of the argument here.
One of the few people that still watch
Podcast
it.
left. I laughed so hard while mopping. You guys don't even understand.
Yeah. So,
So yes, just to say it again, meeting someone through a dating app is less meaningful than meeting them in person. And Adam disagrees, and Kolbey agrees. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree that it's
less meaningful.
yeah, less meaningful. Yeah.
yeah.
Because you're just swiping left and right, and if it's in real life, you actually have to put work into it. You can't just walk up to someone and like, "Hey, I think you're hot.
Is that
you
how
want to
you
like
get the chicks?
you want to like suck my dick or whatever?" Like, you actually have to be like, "Hey, you want to go out? We have the same friend group. Like you want to build a relationship with a dating app. You just kind of, hey, we both want sex. Might as
Mhm.
well."
Well, let me ask, what's your fear on like meeting somebody on a dating app? Like, why does that not mean anything to you?
I mean, I don't think it means nothing. I just think it means more being in person. But I would say that it's less because it's just a random person that they didn't have to put any effort in. They just swiped.
Well, I think I've done more of both than what you have. Like, I've done the dating
I mean,
side.
you're double my age. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
Plus
was.
a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's hurtful. Accurate, but hurtful.
Yeah.
I'm just the side man.
But so I found that somebody can be just as fake in person as they can on a dating site.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what you're getting into, no matter what. And until you build that trust with somebody, then you start getting into where it's meaningful. I mean, there's nothing great about meeting somebody in person, and there's nothing great about meeting anybody online. But I think that the relationships can be equal once you actually get to know somebody, no matter which way you do it. Or you just mail order bride. Either way.
It's a fair argument.
I want to look into that, and not even like I'm practically happily married, but like just to have like a housewife to like do stuff around the house, it might be worth it.
I get you a green card if you clean my floors.
Yeah, like,
Talk to the old lady, see about a throuple.
exactly. It's on my bucket list. And I don't know. She might listen to this. She probably will. I told her about it.
Yeah.
But I got a bucket list. There's a lot of stuff on it.
Well, I mean, a throuple is different than what you're talking about on the bucket list.
So,
But I mean, I don't even have that on my bucket list because I don't need two pissed off, disappointed women in the same bed as me. Like, the only plus side is they would have somebody else to talk to while I was sleeping, so there is that.
dang,
Yeah.
truth hurts. I'm gonna have to give this one to Adam again because
That's fair.
He made a good point.
I'm old.
So you got two now?
I got
2 to
two.
1. 2 to 1. How about 3? First or 3?
First three?
Yeah, we'll do three.
Yeah, just so we can get around the table. Long distance relationships can work.
Yeah, I'll agree.
I disagree.
You just want to now.
No, I totally disagree.
You can easily make up. I can make an argument for both.
So it's my turn to go first.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So, yeah, focus up. Sorry, I gotta keep him reined in sometimes.
He's like a puppy.
Sorry, we've had a good day so far.
Should we say something?
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, for those
It is
watching
Memorial
or
Day.
listening, it's Memorial Day, so we're sponsored by the US of A,
Mhm.
and
Born free.
we feel good. Let's just say that.
Because root beer has a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah, I'm very hyper. I'm gonna go do backflips in the backyard after this.
I'm definitely very hydrated.
Yeah. And I just have really fruity water.
Yeah, my piss is so hard it could be rocket fuel. Anyways,
So, long distance relationships, I don't think that they can work because you can do it for a little while, but you can't maintain it because you don't have the personal connection or the accountability of being like loyal to somebody. So it becomes harder and harder as it goes on. Some couples can make it. I'm not saying that they can't. And the same thing, the general people that do it, most time it does not work.
My argument, I would have disagreed up until I started working where I work now. And I agree because this person at work has a long distance relationship with their significant other, and they visit each other like once, twice a month. I don't know the exact time frame, but they've been together a long time, long distance, and they're both pretty happy, as happy as they'll be publicly, but they talk all the time. They plan trips together. They still have plans to figure it out later. Like, I don't know. They gave me hope for them, but I don't know. That's all I got for my argument.
I wish them luck, and I hope I'm wrong.
Another side cue. I know you guys are father and son, but are you sure you aren't fucking twins or something? Like you light a cigarette and then you light a cigarette.
That's the time frame.
Like, oh, he's doing it, so I gotta do it.
Well, I mean,
I just want
this question really stressed me out.
Yeah. Maybe it's too close to home for each of you.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never done long distance.
Well, I mean, it does for me because I was thinking about mail order and then, long distance.
Yeah, another country's pretty long.
Well, I mean, if I'm paying her,
just so we can have a tiebreaker. I'll give that one to Kolbey.
Okay.
So we can have one more.
I had the worst argument ever, but yeah.
It wasn't a bad argument.
It wasn't horrible.
My heart wasn't all the way into that one, but
yeah, like he talks about accountability, but that's where trust comes in. If you can't be accountable for someone long distance, I mean, what if you can't be accountable for someone that you sleep next to? That's the definition of trust. You gotta trust them. That's the next one. Finale, arguments actually bring you closer in a relationship. That's funny.
Go off of your track record.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to agree.
Off of your track record, you agree.
Yeah, but you got to remember who I was arguing with.
Your mother.
Arguments actually bring you closer?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I think they can. In most cases, they can. But in also a lot of cases, which makes me disagree, they don't, because I've had the proof of my entire life of you and my mother. Arguments never brought you closer, it only brought you guys farther away. And any relationship I've ever has been important in my life has only been arguments or they had a happy marriage. Every marriage argues, but if you argue a lot, it doesn't make you better. I disagree with that.
Well, it doesn't say argue a lot. It just says arguing. What does that say?
Arguments actually bring you closer in a relationship.
I think they have potential to.
Overall.
They have potential to, but most of the time, probably not. I don't. In my experiences, I don't think so.
So, to me, there's two types of argument, right? Like you can disagree about something and argue on how to settle it, or you can disagree on something, argue on how to settle it, and then take it to a personal level. And that's where the name calling and the talking down to somebody, that's where that comes in. All the emotions and stuff. I mean, people argue every day. Like I argue at work, I argue with you, I argue with a lot of people, over different ways to handle things. And usually at the end of them, I mean, you and me argue. We seem pretty close.
He's like,
nah,
fuck you.
There's a lot of shit you don't know about me.
We don't personally attack each other.
We're still close, but
arguments, period.
Yeah. Is it too late to switch? Because I kind of agree now.
Oh my god. Well, then,
I kind of do.
In that case, Adam takes the dub.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
then we'll move on.
Because he won me over. Yeah.
Give me a give me one of those. So
Yeah, you kind of did win me over on that one. Like, if
Well,
we're looking
once
broad,
now you and me argue.
is that
Yeah.
oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
I was just going off personal experiences, but if we're looking broadly, yeah, I could see
Yeah, it's
how.
like overall. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think. Have we ever actually had an argument? We've never. I don't.
Me
think
and
we've
you?
ever
Yeah, we
actually-
have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We stopped talking to each other for a while.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was about.
Exactly. It's not an argument. We just stopped talking. But I mean, he's
Wow.
tattooed on me. I'm tattooed on him. You're gonna be a groomsman in my wedding. I don't care if it's next year or 10 years from now.
You know, this is a little side note for people watching. I have decided on my best man for my wedding.
You haven't? Or
I have.
Oh really?
Because we talked about it before that I didn't decide yet.
Yeah.
I have decided.
I haven't decided.
And this is not like pressure towards you, but I think if I got married like today, I would pick you as my best man.
That's crazy. I mean, I am the guy he talks about in every podcast.
It's you or Austin. I spend more time with you, and I feel like me and you are closer. But I've known Austin longer, so it's a
it'd be a
little.
hard decision for sure. Because like Ian's family, he'll always be family. No matter what, I always deal with Ian.
Ian would be a
About
groomsman for
Ian-
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know what my groomsmen are picked out.
Me
like,
too. Yeah.
But my best man, yeah, it's hard to pick between the groomsmen.
Exactly.
Like I have Austin, you, Ian, and my fourth. Well, how many groomsmen can you have? Like
4 or 5, right?
4 or 5?
It all depends on how many bridesmaids she has.
Oh, it has 11
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
If she
this
has
is my
20, then you have 20.
Let's say 5.
That's a lot.
5 groomsmen.
More.
Okay, 4.
I guarantee you she's
So there's
gonna have
my
five.
3. That's easy. And my 4th, I'm not really like as close to some people as I'd like to be. Like me and 2K, we're close and not close. And me and like Bryce and Pancras will always be
Yeah.
good friends, but we're not as close as what we once were. But so I don't know. Maybe another family member. I don't know.
My groomsmen for sure right now. Well, I'm just gonna total it at 5 because I'm on the fence about you or Austin as my best man. But it'd be you, Austin, Ian,
I look
Probably-
sexy in the suit.
probably James, and then 5th, probably Jamie. Yeah, my
That
brother.
makes sense, brother.
Yeah.
Like, I have brothers, but I'm closer to Ian than any of my brothers.
Yeah.
But
I just put a way to put
I have
Isaiah in
3
there
for
somewhere.
sure. So I mean, it just depends on Kate. I hope she doesn't have more than like 4 because I'm running out of people that I even like.
Yeah.
Like, I like. Oh, okay, maybe Hayden.
Okay, Hayden would be
Me
a
and
good pick.
Hayden are one of those people. Like we're both, military. We've both been through a lot of shit together.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of good times together.
I forgot about Nicholas and Johnny. They would probably be in there for me.
Yeah,
They'd probably be in there for me too.
they're just one of those like
Okay, scrap Jamie.
crazy.
I love hearing the conversation because I never have to worry about having that.
Not getting married.
Getting remarried and shit. Like, yeah. Like,
Dad would have
I'm good.
Sylvester.
You'd be invited to my wedding for sure.
I appreciate that. But yeah, my next planned arrangement would probably be my funeral. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
So now we're gonna do you two playing, and I'm the judge.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Yeah,
Okay.
I've never argued with Adam before.
I know.
One person must always be more dominant than the other in a relationship.
I disagree.
No, you really?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Move that aside.
I thought you disagreed.
Yeah.
Oh, you agree?
I agree.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Sorry, folks. Man.
One person must always be more dominant than the other in a relationship.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can check
Colin
this
goes first.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I disagree because, well, it depends on what you mean by dominant. Like,
Like makes more decisions.
because there's like the, stereotypical alpha male, but like, we're in 2024, my girlfriend's a liberal.
A little more in charge.
No one's, if anything, but no, everyone's equal, as a unit, because once you're together, you're not 2 people, you're acting as one. like a solid unit. You make decisions together. You both pay things equally, do everything equally. One should not be more dominant than the other. So I don't really know how else to explain that. It pretty much explains itself, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like you should not. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Bad.
Well, let me ask. If you moved off to another country, and it's just you and her and the baby, and something happens to where you are just financially destroyed, right? And you don't have your parents fall back on, she don't have her parents fall back on, or anything like that, and you end up living in a refrigerator box in an alleyway. Whose fault is that?
That goes back to the stereotypical. It'd be, in America, the man's fault, right?
I think about anywhere it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I could agree on that. It's the man's fault.
Yeah. And I ain't trying to sound sexist, but
So you'd say the man's more dominant?
I think in some areas the man has to be more dominant, but in other areas the woman has to be more dominant.
Like if the other way, if it was switched, like Kate was in the military and you weren't, and then you guys had to go somewhere, and then you guys ended up in a box because of her, she would have been the issue.
I mean, but no, it shouldn't be because of one other person. Because if she fails on something, it's my responsibility to succeed on what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, if her career fails or my career fails, then it's the other person's responsibility to take care. And then whoever failed, well, you better get your ass up off the couch and you better succeed. Because, again, it's one unit, all the pressure and all the responsibility shouldn't be on one person. You guys split it down the middle to relieve one another.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does make sense.
In a perfect society, yeah, but in reality,
And
you're gonna be held to a higher standard just because whenever it comes to financial
I have a
stuff.
dick. It's crazy.
Basically, yeah. And she can be smarter, she can be more successful, and she can carry, 90% of the funding for the family. But you're looked at to catch up. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that that's the way it should be, but that's just the way that it is. So,
Yeah, but how the way it is and
I have my
how it
decision.
should be. Oh, in that case, go
well, then
on.
we rest our cases.
And we can move on. Yeah.
I give it to Colin
I'll take it.
because both arguments were good. I feel like arguments were both pretty equal, I would say, but Colin has more experience on successful relationships, so I would trust his opinion more.
I would have kicked him in the shin.
If my leg was long enough. And I know he's trying to diss me, but I don't think he's really dissing me.
Oh, that's true. What about dissing yourself?
I'm just giving props to Colin.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Okay.
Are you? Is it 1-0? or-
yeah, just 1-0.
Okay.
Beards make men more attractive.
Yeah. Okay.
So they don't see that. Yeah, I disagree, Adam.
Oh, I agree. That it makes men more attractive. Not that I find men attractive. I know that's gonna be fucking clipped now.
Yeah, I'm going to be the one
I have
flipping
a
it.
solid argument for this. Go ahead. You're first.
If I shave off this, I look like a 12-year-old boy. And the main reason I have it is
Someone
it hides
like that.
it hides double chin. Yeah, I know, but they're usually in jails. So but it hides the double chin. It makes my face more square. And
That makes sense.
if you grow a full beard, you can actually square it out more to make your face to appear slimmer. So it may not do much body wise, but for them Tinder profile pics.
No, that totally makes sense. I have, a couple points to my argument. One, I am a guy who's not ashamed to say I cannot grow a beard to save my life. And my, I would say, female record of what I could get is pretty solid, and I can't grow a beard. And also, it's 2024. It's not the 80s. I know females had like the whole bush thing going. The only bush I like is the liquid, not the hair. And so women don't like the itchiness nowadays. Like some maybe your generation, but our generation, I feel like it just depends on the female probably. But most people that I have met don't like the itchiness. They like a clean shaved face. It makes you seem more professional, business-like. Yeah, like to me, even if I could grow a beard, I would shave just because, well, one, military seems more business-like, and once I become, my entrepreneur, I will still shave because, yeah, I won't look like, you know, a blue collar, which sounds mean, but I mean, I'll look more higher up. And I think that's what people like now.
You got a little mustache right now, right?
I do. I haven't shaved in a few days. Well, I can grow a little bit, but I have blonde hair and it's weird, but I need to shave. Sure.
If we're going honest here, I'm gonna have to go to Collin again because as someone who does wear facial hair, I agree. If someone can make the lack of facial hair work, they will be more attractive. Us, we kind of rely on it.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't the question.
Well, making more attractive, I think it is more attractive if you are shaved. And his argument convinced me more than yours did.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question.
Beards make men more attractive.
Yes.
I said his argument was better.
But no, you're saying that
here's how we decide.
Being clean cut it's not saying that clean cut isn't also attractive.
Okay.
It's saying that beards make men more attractive. For me,
I think they make them more dominant, going back to that last question. But
still mad about that shit.
But maybe not more attractive. But I mean, if you guys agree or disagree with any of these, definitely leave them in the comments because I'm sure these two are wanting to see that.
Yeah.
If any females read this, or not read this, I'm a retard. Listen and watch. Yeah, especially this question. Do beards make us men more attractive, or do you guys like a clean cut?
I agree with Colin's argument more.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
Like, if I was a female,
yeah,
I have to argue my point.
I think also personalities, like, because if I don't know, depends on the guy and how they are. If
I don't like a lot of the guys that have spend way too much time on the beard. Like that, like there's like
grooming a dog.
Yeah, like before, like you see a big muscle bound guy with a beard, like that was like odd. Now, well, there's a lot, like you can't differentiate one YouTube guy from there was a panel up there. Oh, I was watching it and they were like debating stuff, and there's this guy on the Unsubscribed podcast. And he's like more of a clean cut guy. He has like 5 o'clock shadow, stuff like that, but he doesn't have the nice trim, poofy beard. He's on this panel, and then there's a bunch of like gym bro alpha guys up there, like yelling at him, and they all have the same beard. Like they all look identical.
Mm-hmm.
They got the same shoulder muscles, the same beards, and all. And yeah, so. But anyway,
it could have gone both ways.
Next hot take: cereal is a type of soup.
Ooh. I'm gonna agree.
Think about it.
What soup do you eat cold though?
A lot of soups.
Name?
I don't have names. I mean,
that tells me a lot.
Well, I know, like Europe, they eat a lot of soups
I
cold.
want to disagree just to argue, but
I mean, if you don't, we just get a new card.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
okay.
Because soup liquid with stuff in it makes sense.
Why do you pick up?
I want a good one. Middle seat should get both armrests.
Well, so I've been
Like middle
on
seat in a car.
limited planes. Do the window seat have an armrest, or do they just have the window?
I want to say that they have an armrest.
And then the outside, I know that has one. I just didn't know if the inside seat.
So are you guys going off of planes or off of cars?
Well, what cars do you?
Oh, yeah,
have
never mind.
To
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Get off my ass.
You got to pick up the 3 bucket seats or what?
Yeah.
I thought you were going through them for a good one.
I would. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
that's
then you
kinda-
started bitching, so I just picked the
No,
next one.
you know what?
You skip that one.
Yeah, skip that one. Because because that'd be.
Oh, actually, that's a good one. Santa's North Pole is a glorified sweatshop.
Agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I was hoping for
It's
you
like
on that one.
it's like Sheen, but gifts instead
Okay.
of paying $1.99.
Men should not wear skinny jeans.
Agree.
Okay, there's an argument here. Collin disagrees. Dad
What?
agrees.
Who's first?
What? You go ahead. I'm gonna rethink my will while you're.
So the only reason I disagree is because I'm a sneaker addict, right? I own a shit ton of sneakers, and you can't wear sneakers with bootcut jeans. And most shorts, you can't even wear sneakers. It looks pretty dumb. And if you go to LA, you know, or even college, most fuckboys, what do they wear? Skinny jeans. Who gets the most women? Guys wearing skinny jeans. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know if it makes their, like gray sweatpants, their, schling sticks out, or if they like women like their, butts or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's just like some sweatpants are tight, so why not wear jeans that are tight? Show off your leg muscles. You got a nice glutes, a nice bulge. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I own like 2 pair, and that's just because for my sneakers. But I'm a bigger guy, so it looks silly. But yeah, skinny dudes, skinny jeans. I mean, makes sense to me. And some big dudes can pull it off. I mean, yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Skinny jeans for men. They already had those. They've had them for a while. They're called capris. Women wear them. And that's all they are. They talk a bunch of guys into buying an over surplus of women's jeans. But they work. Not really. I mean, every time a guy wears skinny jeans, it's just like, ugh. And I don't know about the booty thing, because usually it also makes guys look like they shit their pants. So, because, it's got that diaper bump in the back. I don't know what the hell that is, but
Those guys just don't work hard enough in their glutes.
yeah. I don't know. Like, I just, every time I see them, I think they're misplaced. They're jeans that actually fit and are comfortable to
Skinny
wear.
jeans are comfortable.
It doesn't look comfortable. Like, numbness doesn't look comfortable to me, because that's what it looks like, and I don't know. Just what if you get in a fight? Like, I kick him, but I can't get past his shin.
I mean, back to the dominant thing. I mean, that's what fists are for, Like, I know. I mean, kicking. Do you think you can kick me in the face, Adam?
Not in the face, but I can at least get up midsection.
Midsection.
Like,
Okay.
if I stretch for him.
Stretch. I mean, that's what blocking's from. But yeah, I mean, you use your fists in a fight. Come on now. We don't live in Japan. We don't fucking kick box or whatever. I don't know, fists. Come on now.
Shit, I'll go sumo.
Sumo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kolbey over here is definitely.
I win this argument now.
I'm just hey, God damn it. I'm just the side guy. But anyway, yeah, go ahead. I mean, based on our arguments.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you own a couple of skinny jeans.
No, I don't wear skinny jeans. No, I wear a couple straight cut. But
Straight cut?
I don't wear skinny though.
Yeah, okay.
Because I like wearing straight cut with sneakers. Because
Yeah,
I still,
makes sense.
at least for me, I think they look all right. I'm gonna have to give it.
Every guy's build's just different. Makes sense.
I'm really gonna have to give it to Collin too. He went 0 for 3.
That's fucking crazy.
He just wants to pick on me.
No, I'm really not. Like I'm going off of whose
Mhm.
argument was better.
So
Yeah, you know what he's getting for his birthday?
since I won
Fucking skinny jeans.
skatings, I threw a lot away. I won't lie, because a lot of them I don't like. But
Give me these.
do you have a card? Do you need one?
Yeah.
Can I have one of those?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not being biased either. Like I'm going strictly off of arguments,
Uh-huh.
and Collin has better arguments than you do.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, I can go
0 for
6
6.
and 0.
Yeah.
No, 6-0. 0 for 6.
Yeah. Whatever.
Hey, you say the winning number first.
Shut up, Ricky.
Damn, this guy's never played basketball.
I played basketball like when I was in 2nd grade. That was the last time.
Yeah.
Like actually as a sport.
A grizzly bear would win in a fight against a gorilla.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Have you ever seen King Kong, dude? A gorilla would rip anything to shreds. Are you kidding me? Snap its fucking neck.
If it knew it was supposed to fight the grizzly bear, yeah, the gorilla would win.
Living 100 years in the future would be better than living 100 years in the past.
Really?
Oh shit. Well, I guess that would be 1920. I'll still make it. This is gotta be fucked up, but I'm not making an argument.
Somebody was on the debate team.
I'm better. Oh, fuck.
Who's going first?
Yeah, you choose.
Go.
Okay.
This about to be fucked up.
I agree because say our family was in the 1920s, like we wouldn't be able to eat. Like because the poor in the 1920s were really fucking poor.
Yeah, but it's only the roaring 20s, you know?
Yeah, but it was only roaring for the rich people.
The economy was up. Everything was up.
I feel like it would not be. I definitely prefer like older stuff
Middle
over.
age.
I prefer older stuff over newer stuff, but not that old. Because the cars were shit. You didn't even have real roads. You just had dirt. I mean, the liquor was more pure, so I guess that's a good thing.
You're just making an argument for me, but I watch this.
But we didn't have cars. We didn't have good cars. We had bad road. We didn't have roads.
We had roads in 1920.
Not asphalt roads. You're telling me we had asphalt roads for cars that were just invented.
But I mean,
For cars that were just invented.
sorry, I'm interrupting you. Go ahead. That's my fault.
I'm saying if it was like if you were rich, like if you were in a well economic standing, then yes, I would pick the hundreds, or 100 years past. But if you're just as a normal person, I would disagree because life would just be so much more worse.
You would agree. Like living ahead would be living.
Yeah, I'm saying yeah.
Oh yeah.
Older would be worse for people at an average.
Okay.
But if we're talking old, like people that were in a good economic standing, sure, it'd be great. But if we're talking just the average person, it'd be awful. In the future, there's so much more convenience. We have the possibility of flying cars. There's all this new technology that could make or break us. But if we're talking that it's going to make us, then it'd be a really good time, I feel like.
I chose to disagree because, well, we know what happened in 1920, right? We don't know, or 1924. We won't know what happens in 2124. There's a world war, every 30 to 40 years, right, so far?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and even not a world war like Afghanistan, Vietnam, still ginormous wars, right? We don't know what's going ahead of it, what's going to happen ahead of us in the next 5 years, let alone the next 100, right? Technology, even nukes. Do you know how many nukes there are that's available at any moment in time? Like that's in the air even right now? Like
Thousands.
The whole world could be destroyed in 100 years. And even if it's not destroyed, the technology advancements that we've made in the last 20 years, think about the next 100 years. You think criminals are bad now. What can dumbasses get their hands on in the next 100 years? and everything else. But in 1920, segregation, all types of stuff. It's the Roaring Twenties. If you were a good dominant male that did their job, you lived well. You had a wife, you had 3 kids, you had white picket fence, you had a good home, you had a brand new Model T, or not Model T, I don't even know. Model A, whatever was made back then. We know, and even if we didn't know what happened in the past, I would still choose the past because the more advanced technology we have, the more dangerous this world becomes, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And the more lives will be not ruined, but killed and risked in the future for sure. Because even if we explore other planets within the next 100 years, or who knows, there's other life and different places in space that comes here. We don't know. Like, this world could be ass 100 years, and 100 years from now, we could run out of oil. I think I read something in the senior year. We would at the amount that we're spending now, we'll run out of oil in like the next 40 to 60 years, something like that. I could be totally wrong. Don't fact check me, please. But I'm pretty sure like that is what I read. So like, what are we gonna do without oil? We're gonna turn to this, but then eventually this thing is gonna be so bad, we're gonna turn to this, and it's just gonna take a downward spiral. So I would much rather live in 1924 than 2124.
Now, I love technology and like AI and all the new stuff that comes and everything. And I think the question comes down to whether history or faith in humanity. And I don't have any faith in humanity. So I don't think that we're on a good track to make a better world. And I think the 20s was a better world then than it will be now. So I gotta get going.
That's fair. That was a really good argument.
Yeah, you both did a
I
good job.
tried. I was not the debate team, but I tried. I argue with my girlfriend on a daily, and even when I'm right, I'm wrong. So if I have a chance to be right here, I'll take it.
So you practice.
Yeah, and with my mother, I'm just outnumbered by women in my life. When my daughter grows up, I'm sure she'll argue with me, and I'll be right, but she'll be right because that's just how the life, world goes round. Yeah. So
I mean, I can't give like a couple hints or anything like that, but I'm just saying if you channel your inner mother, you'll sweep these next 3. Okay, but I'd rather be really short than extremely tall. You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the wrong card. I also agree. Sorry.
Okay.
Can we say why?
Just because.
Yeah, go ahead.
I agree because if we're talking like, I was thinking of travel. Like if you wanted to go to other countries, like Tokyo, for example,
Makes
that's my
sense.
dream location. Everything like stores wise is made for smaller people because their general population is smaller than ours. So
Makes sense.
if I was massively tall or huge or whatever, I would have a hard time traveling. I would have a hard time in just general places, even in America. Like just walking into a store, I would have to be hunched over. I'm assuming whenever you said extremely tall, I was thinking like 7, 8 feet.
That's what I was thinking, like 8
Yeah.
foot tall.
Yeah, you have to hunch down basically
Yeah.
everywhere you go, and you have immense like health issues. It would just be
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because the taller and the bigger you are, the more bodily pain you feel. Pretty much, like the joints hurt a lot more the bigger you are.
and your heart's
Even
working
like,
a lot
small
harder.
people sometimes like walk weird and stuff. But from what I've seen, tall people have a lot more hard time than short people. I would probably much rather be short than tall.
But you have a lot more opportunities of being, tall. Like,
No,
Yeah, I could suck at basketball, but if I was 8'2", fuck, I'd be in the NBA.
I feel like there's more opportunities being short.
because
you-
do what?
Yeah,
You can be-
crawl space maybe.
A race car driver, Air Force.
Race car driver.
Yeah, you can't be a tall person and be a race car driver.
I mean, just modify the car.
Well, yeah, you could do that, but if you're trying to like say doing the Le Mans race. It's a 24-hour race. You have to split it up between several drivers, which is like one of the biggest races in the world. So you have a team of 3, I think that's what it is. You have to be able to have 3 people of similar heights to do that, or you just make it for shorter people, and then there's a wider range of people that can go in there. Someone who's a lot shorter is at the limit,
Yeah, but then you still have to have a skill driving the race car. Being tall in basketball, he's going to be tall.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm,
You just got to make it down the court.
I can dunk without fucking getting off the ground. I was watching videos earlier of like the craziest dunks from 5. I think like 2 was the shortest person. Like 8 foot. Like it's not hard to be good at basketball if you're tall.
Yeah, but the health issues would catch up to you.
This is interesting. It'd be better to be deaf than blind.
Oh.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
Go ahead, Colin.
So it'd be better
To be.
Yeah, it'd be better to be deaf than blind.
Yeah.
Then I agree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you read it wrong. It's okay.
I was thinking it was the other way around. Like it'd be better to be blind than deaf.
Okay.
Because deaf, you can still
I
communicate
would
with people.
much rather see than hear. Are you shitting me? I can't even hear right now as it is.
Yeah,
Shot too many guns.
Deaf, you'd still be able to communicate with people and like see the joy of the world.
This is an odd question, but I'll ask it anyway. It's fair to ask the genie for infinite wishes.
Is it fair?
It's fair to ask the genie for infinite wishes.
I feel like it's against the rules. I mean,
if
also
you're able
agree.
to, then
I agree too. Because I mean, if a
You get
genie
shit
popped out of the damn bottle, guess what?
That doesn't seem.
I would ask him for infinite wishes.
That's not as hot take as they thought.
But once I was like, I'd be like Aladdin, and once I was, whatchamacallit, accomplished and stuff, yeah, I'd be like, I wish for you to be free. Eventually.
Yeah.
Once I'm like on my deathbed.
Immortality would be a good thing. Both disagree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would
See loved ones die over and over again.
Yeah. You'd be like Omni-Man.
Yeah.
But you just see all the awful shit of the world happen over and over and over again.
I would see the greats too. So I can make an argument. But you would never be able to love because you would just.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good.
You get used to that after a while.
And all the great things in the world would die at some point, though.
Yeah, everything.
Like, even
everything
fucking-
that you would enjoy would eventually erode away.
The only reason I want to be immortal is curiosity.
That makes
To
sense.
see what's next.
Until the world blows up.
Well, then you'll be left.
Yeah, because you're immortal.
Yeah.
I think this one is right up your guys' alley. Early birds are more productive than night owls.
I agree. Sorry.
I did not see you agreeing.
Oh, I'm definitely a night owl, but I agree that early birds are more productive. They have more.
It's healthier. Like,
Yeah, it's healthier. They have more sunlight of the day to accomplish things they're supposed to be doing. Most places are open during the day.
And say, like, I get up at 4 a.m., go run, go work out, get breakfast, 7 a.m. I go to work, 8 to 5. I have the rest of the day to hang out with family until like 9 o'clock, go to sleep. That's still 7 hours of sleep. That's more than I get now. I get 5 to 6.
I wasn't going to skip any cards, but I'm going to skip out on it. That's a little too hot of a take, I think.
Okay.
Damn.
I bet it was like an abortion thing or something.
You know what?
I bet it was like an abortion question.
Should
No.
we read it in silence?
Yeah, we just skip.
Sorry, audience.
Yeah.
Next question.
Some things nobody needs to know.
Put us in prison. Just kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not do this one because I think it's a shameless plug. But being Instagram famous is better than being TikTok famous. Yeah, I don't think either one.
I don't know.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't make a shit either way. This seems like it's already been proven, but aliens will find us before we find them.
Yeah. I agree. God dang, dude.
I was thinking of like
Stop thinking like me.
because we're such an unevolved civilization. Like we have not made that many advances.
I mean, we have. I mean, it just depends how you look at the world. But yeah, I think yeah.
I feel like other civilizations have made it longer than we have. Like some. There's probably a couple out there that have made it farther than we have, at least.
I think they're already here. So like they already found us.
He's an alien.
That would explain so much.
Shock the world, baby.
Kolbey will take this one a little personal. Wristwatches are useless with today's technology. You agree?
I agree they're useless,
I
yeah.
disagree, but I apologize. I gotta go pee real fast. So like intermission.
No,
You guys talk.
Yeah. So we'll pause that question. Whenever you get back, we'll tackle it.
Yeah. Can't hold it. Bad bladder.
And we're back. He has a small bladder. So he did reread the question, and he does agree with it. So wristwatches are useless with today's technology.
That's my fault. That's a smart question.
So next thing.
Ant is pronounced aunt, not ant.
I think it's probably pronounced aunt. It's just we're so southern that everybody says aunt.
argument for me. I mean, if it was pronounced aunt, why does everyone in America say aunt?
Well, I'm talking about the rest of the world. I mean, America, yeah, like most of us say aunt, but the rest of the world, I'm sure, say aunt.
Well, I mean, the rest of the world speaks different languages. They don't say aunt; they say it.
Well, like the UK speaks a lot of
Exactly. That's
English.
their own country. We're our own country. So I mean,
What was the question?
Ant is pronounced aunt, not ant.
Yeah, it's not directed at one group of people. It's just
yeah,
the majority of people in the world would say aunt.
and I disagree because I disagree because if you take because that's only aunt is only one accent. I think I could be wrong, but I think even like Japanese, Chinese, or like any language in the world, when they say it, they don't think aunt or ants. They're just saying like that word. But I feel like it would be ant, not aunt.
Well, it's spelled aunt also. That's not spelled aunt.
Yeah, but there's different things like ant is A-N-T, but aunt could be like entrepreneur, and that's an A-U.
Yeah.
N-T. So, I mean,
English.
based on English. English is like the hardest language in the world.
I would just say that the rest of the world, aside from Southern America, would say aunt.
Southern America or all of America?
No, I don't think all of America does. I think the more north you go, I feel like you'll find more people that say aunt.
Aunts?
Yeah.
So, like, you go to New York and they say aunts.
There's a chance. I mean, I was thinking more Canada, but like
Well, that's not America.
the border, all the border states, like Minnesota,
I don't think so.
Michigan.
I bet Canadians say aunt.
Wisconsin.
We do have a Canadian viewer, so maybe he can comment. And
That's true.
We have
What do
Wisconsin.
Canadians
We
say?
have Wisconsin viewers too.
We do.
Yeah. I'm going to Wisconsin for a month
I love
this summer, so
Wisconsin.
maybe I can
Wisconsin
find
is
out
really
too.
pretty.
If someone says aunt, I will be flabbergasted. But
Yeah.
I think aunt.
Okay. Well, so I do agree that it's aunt, not aunt. Because I think that, we can do our own language, but dictionary term, it is pronounced aunt. So if you look in the dictionary, that's how it's supposed to be. That's proper English. So Kolbey would win that one.
I don't know. 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
What's up?
So, ask your question. We're listening.
Yeah.
Our ears aren't occupied.
It's best to work out in the morning.
Then at night,
I'm going to say evening would be better on your body. You agree?
that morning's better than evening. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I'll let you go first then.
Shouldn't I go first? Or did you go?
I thought I did.
Okay.
I think Kolbey did last time.
I'll go first because you say on specifically what he just said on your body. The more you're awake, the more pain and injury that's more likely to happen. And in the morning, personally, as an athlete, yeah, morning is way better than evening just because you feel like you're already accomplished with the day if you go ahead and work out in the morning. Say I wake up, eat a protein bar or whatever, go work out, then yeah, I feel better about myself already. And then I have the rest of the day. I'm just pumped up. I feel good. I have adrenaline running through my body, and I'm just ready to beat the day. But if I do it at night, no, like why would I want to work my ass off all day long and then be like, yeah, I'll go work out late at night. No, I feel more tired. Then I have to take a shower. Then I have to do this, this, and this. I just feel like shit if I do it at night. But if you do it in the morning, yeah, you're just ready to take on the day, and that's like proven. Even like most people work out in the mornings just because like it just makes you feel better for the whole day.
Okay. I say not night, but just evening would be better. Like 6, 7, whatever. Depends on what time you go to bed. But you're supposed to, at least from what I understand, you're supposed to work out and then rest. Like you're not supposed to work out like at every hour of the day. You're supposed to have a little break. Even if you work out every day, you're supposed to have a break of relaxing for your muscles to recover because you're working them and burning them. And if you work them too much, they'll tear or just be ultra fatigued. So I think it'd be more productive if you worked out before you went to bed, like an hour or two before you went to bed. So then you'd get better sleep. You would knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, just getting your sleep for the night and letting your muscles relax, having a little break of muscle activity. And I think if you work out in the morning, if depending on how you work out, like if you work out everything, just getting the gains, then you're going to be super fatigued for the rest of your day, and then your quality of work for everything else you're going to do is less. But if you're doing just basic like running or like just doing arms or whatever, then I could see the argument. But if we're talking about just fatigue and the rest time you're supposed to be getting, you'd be more fatigued if you do it in the morning, and you'd get better sleep and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone if you do it in the evening.
Well, so when I work out, it's usually in the evening afterwards.
Me too. I work out like at midnight.
Yeah, because it's just kind of
So it's convenient.
it works, and yeah, usually I can. Well, not usually, but I was able to make it at that time. Not very often because of just work schedule, but I also do think that the proper way to do it, and if you're a disciplined person, then it would be in the morning because like I think that would be
Evenings
a
to
better
relax.
use of your time. You wake up, it's the first thing you do, you concentrate on it, and then you start the rest of your day. I don't think there's a proper way to really pick who wins this because it's such a personal preference.
Well, aren't you supposed to be just judging on who has the better argument?
I think so, but they're really close. I mean,
We're just too good.
Yeah, we're both equals.
We're just
too damn good.
I really do think that is an equal argument.
Well, shit.
Sorry.
So no one's getting that one?
Yeah, sorry. Blondes have more fun.
Kai.
I mean, I think
Save yourself.
we're going to agree in that one. Yeah. Jip is pronounced Jip. Okay. That did come from the guy that
The creator said it's
that
pronounced
made it.
Jip.
Yeah.
Shoot, man. This guy,
Extra-
you and I agree on too much. Or
Extra,
disagree on too much.
yeah. Extroverts get further in life. Somebody that's more outgoing and not introverted.
I agree.
It's not introverted.
It's more
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, I'm an introvert myself, and I do think that if you're more outgoing, like just
It's more
going up to the store in a freaking Hawaiian shirt and aviators was a lot more fun.
I think there's an argument for disagreement though,
I
because
mean,
like you wouldn't have to worry about being social. You could just get your work done and get your money up and enjoy get your goals faster in life.
well, it says extroverts get further in life, not professionally.
Then I would agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Introverts are like sad.
Going out on Saturday night is better than staying in.
I'm gonna disagree.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna disagree because I guess it's just depending on the preference. It isn't really like which one's right, but I would say staying in is a little nicer because it eliminates the chance of making mistakes. You have a 100% choice on what you're doing.
There is a lot of child support generated on Saturday night.
You would make as many bad decisions. You would get to choose 100% of what you're doing. Because if you're going out, you're gonna like kind of do what other people want to do, so you're still hanging out with people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, parties we've had at the farm. We've done a lot of things I didn't want to do because the majority of the people there wanted to do them, and I was like, okay, well, I'll take the hit for everyone else to be happy. You know, if I'm staying home, I can do exactly what I would like to do, and I wouldn't make any mistakes. That's my argument.
Okay.
Okay. I agree that going out is better than staying in because, well, yeah, like you just said, we've gone out a lot more times than we've stayed in.
Yeah.
And even if you don't want to do something that other people want to do, or if you make a mistake, one, that's a memory, right? And you always laugh at that memory later. And memories are important in life. That's probably one of the most important things in life is memories. Because you learn from memories, you know, and memories also, mistakes are included in memories. And so you said you make mistakes. Well, then you learn from those mistakes, right? So you know what not to do next time. But no matter what, the most, what the hell? Pictures, memories, photos taken, just overall going out is better than staying in because, like personally, I prefer that because, my most funnest moments is going on Saturday night with you even. Like,
Yeah.
and we've made plenty of mistakes. Guess what? I have learned more from those mistakes.
I agree that staying staying outside is more fun than being inside, but we're talking strictly Saturday night.
Not even like
that's always bad
inside,
decisions.
Just going out, period, like to other places and staying home.
Yeah, but we're talking strictly Saturday night.
Staying home is fun, like to have a party at your own house. But there's only so much you can do. Like you do the same thing over and over again. If you go out, it's a different experience every single night. Because if you go to a different place, meet different people, do different things, stupid fun shit's gonna go down. And that memories. That's the main thing is memories, and that's what makes your life is memories. So
Okay.
I mean that's my argument.
Right. I'm an introvert that likes to stay in on Saturday night, but I also regret staying in on Saturday night. So,
You know who's calling right now?
who's that?
Austin.
Hey, he's at his mom, so he's in no show. So I don't, unless he came to town.
So now you're 5-1.
I'm 5-1. Yep.
This one's more of a question for you and Jamie, I think, but vaping is worse for you than smoking cigarettes.
I don't know.
I have a good argument for this one.
I don't do it, but from what I hear, there's like metals in vaping. So I mean, I also agree.
I think that vaping's way worse because I've done both for a significant amount of time, and I felt way worse vaping. And tobacco's been around for a couple hundred years now, trading and smoking, whatever. And vaping's such a new thing, and we don't know the side effects yet. It's just so new. It could cause cancer.
Yeah,
well, it does,
vaping you
but
can do inside. Most places is only inside. Yeah, I would say.
if we're talking just health wise, I think tobacco's better than vaping. But Okay.
And scientists say the opposite.
Yeah.
Expiration dates on food are more of a suggestion than a rule.
That says how messed up we are.
Well, it's not an expiration date; it's a best buy date. Afterwards, it's still okay to drink it.
Depends on where
or
you
eat it.
are. Like, I mean, milk.
Milk, you want to be careful.
Yeah, milk. I mean,
But like
if
cereal,
it's like a day after, if it doesn't smell bad, yeah, I'm gonna drink it. But like,
yeah.
sometimes it's bad, like right then and there. But yeah, like cereal and like he said, some like dry stuff. If it doesn't have mold on it, I'm still gonna eat it. I don't care.
Yeah,
It's still alive.
we've had bread. We've eaten bread like weeks afterwards because it wasn't moldy. It was still good bread. It wasn't stale. It wasn't. There was no issues with it.
I've never checked the expiration date on bread. It either looks good or it doesn't.
Well, I know it's supposed to be like 3 weeks. We've had bread for over a month before, and we still ate it.
That's more your fault than mine.
Uh-huh.
College is the best time in your life.
Depends on how you live. I mean, high school is supposed to be the best time.
Yeah, we both disagree.
Yeah,
I think the best time in your life is whenever you'd be like successful, married with kids. You know, I feel like that would be the best piece.
And I go to college just to get my degree. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't come up with a good argument. I can come up with an argument. Like parties and memory.
yeah. This is dark and weird. I would rather know when I die than how I die.
You would rather know when?
Yep.
Okay, then
1,000%.
who goes first?
I think it's me.
Yeah, they
Okay.
do.
So you would say you would rather know how you die, right? No matter what.
Yes, I would rather know how than when.
No matter what, how you die, then you live that fear the rest of your life because it could be tomorrow or the next day. But if I know when I die, then I know, there's certain things I need to do before I die and to achieve and stuff. And even if I die next week, there's certain things that I know that I want to do within my lifetime that I can still do within the next week to get done. But if I say, like, if I die in a car crash, then I'm going to not get in a car forever, no matter what. Like, you're still going to die from that car crash. I would much rather know when, because before that when, you can achieve certain things that you want in life than how. Because you're just going to live in fear and not do that certain thing. And it could be certain things, like choking on food. Then what? You're not going to want to eat food, and you're going to fucking starve to death, drowning. You're never going to get in a pool. You're never going to get in a bathtub, shower. So there's certain things that you can do, I would much rather know when. If I die tomorrow, then I'm going to make sure my family knows that I love them. Make sure certain things are in order. Instead of how. Much rather know when. So,
You just give him the card.
Yeah,
He convinced me on it.
yeah.
He fully convinced me on it. There was no if.
Dan, that's how you do it.
But Colin is the
6 and
champion.
1.
So let's pick. I'll pick one card from the middle. We'll cut the deck. Let's see.
That's
And
the
then
way it is. Or?
we can all discuss it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. No picking through them or anything. Just
I like that because
No, that was for. No, we need those.
no, because
no.
we can all just say it.
Yeah, this is just a random
We're just saying
discussion.
our opinion.
Okay.
No matter what it is,
'Cause the
whether we
audience
all
will-
agree or
Audience
disagree.
will have an opinion too.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh yeah.
Damn, we've been playing this for over an hour, and it's
Hey,
impressive.
people should get a ticket for leaving a shopping cart in the parking lot.
It's pretty fucked up. Have you ever seen cart narcs on TikTok?
Yes, I've
No.
seen cart narcs. Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I mean, it's pretty fucked up. If I
People will
can't
wait in parking lots for someone to do that, and then they'll come up and confront them about it.
Yeah, and they're like sticker or like magnetic stickers onto their vehicle saying like random stuff. It's funny, and then they threaten to call the cops on this guy. Yeah, I say yeah. I'd give somebody a ticket. It's fucked up. If I can't park in a parking spot because your cart is there, how lazy are you to walk 30 feet to put up a cart? Like,
I don't know how many times I've seen a cart on a windy day go flying across the parking lot and smash into somebody's door.
because they don't put it up.
Because they didn't get put up.
Yeah, easily give them a ticket. That's property damage.
Yeah. Put your damn card up.
Yeah,
Because
anybody listening and watching, if you don't put your card up at any local grocery store, fuck you.
I mean, I put mine up every time I go. Like, and then like if I see like an old lady or something, and she's put her groceries up, I'll go grab her cart and I'll go put it up for her. That and the guys that work there don't need to be chasing the carts around, trying to get them and stuff. I mean, they're already getting minimum wage. Why are you gonna make their job fucking harder?
Yeah, exactly. And if you can walk throughout the whole store and walk and walk and walk and get out to your car, then why can't you walk another 20, 30 feet to put up your car? Like,
Because they're not like they're spread out. Like, well, they are spread out, but like there's one every few spots. Like, it's not a long distance to go to and put them away.
yeah, I'd say they definitely get a ticket. If I was a cop, I would sit in a parking lot waiting for it.
Do you think they should get a ticket?
Yes, I do.
I do think they should get a ticket too. Well, I mean,
It's messed up, man.
it's hard to say, who gets the money for the ticket. Is that a city thing? I think that the city should be able to charge somebody.
Yeah, because it's at risk of damaging someone's property.
It's a public safety deal.
And
That's what I'm
hey,
doing.
if it was illegal, I would just be waiting in parking lots for someone to do it so I could hit it with my car and then get my money.
Have you guys? I don't know if you guys ever seen the ones where like you got to put like a quarter in it.
Aldi's.
Yeah.
And to unlock it, and then you lock it up. You get your quarter.
That's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
It's a smart idea.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that really helps?
Yeah.
Maybe like in 1960. Now, I won't lie. If I see a quarter on the carpet, I still vacuum it up. I pick it up and put it in my money drawer because I'm lazy and I don't care. So a quarter, maybe not. But if you had to pay like $10 to get a card out, yeah,
I think it's a good idea because
I would just up it. Like a
it does
quarter
the
isn't
kind of,
any money.
it's like the satisfaction of just like, you know what, I get my quarter back. I got to use a card all day. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a satisfaction thing over the money because it is just 25 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I know several people that would say, "Fuck that quarter." It's hot. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But also, what do you think about if you had to like put your driver's license in there? Because
Yeah.
if you're getting a shopping cart and you're going out to the parking lot, obviously you drove there. Put your driver's license in it.
It's true.
And if you're not supposed to be driving, well, now you don't get a shopping cart.
And you shouldn't be there anyway.
Right. Because you shouldn't have drove a car there. So,
What if it's a local grocery store and you just walk to it? Well, you're supposed to have your ID on you in public, so
you don't have to.
I thought you had to.
No.
No, you don't have to carry your license.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. well,
Then make
well,
multiple trips. If you can walk there, then you can make multiple trips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or have somebody drive you.
I mean, the dollar store has baskets.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to buy $700 worth of groceries, which ain't that much groceries anymore, but if you're going to buy $700 worth of groceries, you're not going to carry them home anyway. So,
At Aldi's, $700 would carry like the whole store. Everything's really cheap at Aldi's.
Yeah, it depends on what you buy. Like, it's a ridiculous, like,
It's so close to Dollar Tree. Like, it's cheap at Aldi's.
yeah. I don't know. You definitely get what you pay for.
You got another question? Your hot take?
You want to do one more?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Let's do another one. I don't know about this one. Physician-assisted suicide should be legal.
Yeah.
I'm confused on what that means.
Like, you can go to a doctor and they can kill you,
Yeah, like
and it won't be murder.
I've got a disease and I'm just ready. I don't want to fight anymore.
That's already a thing. Huh.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. It's legal. To a certain extent. Like, if you're perfectly healthy, you want to die,
I mean, it would take out the...
why don't you just commit suicide? It's not like you're going to be arrested. You're going to be dead.
Well, the way that... It's actually like a real thing they're fighting to have happen.
Don't commit suicide.
Correct. But it's like a thing they've cleared in parts of Canada, I'm pretty sure. They're actually like trying to get it in America that you can do that.
Huh.
And I mean, if we're looking
I
like,
don't know who would want that So if I see a perfectly healthy person,
It's supposed to be lethal injection, so you don't feel it. Like,
Well,
it's just
I know, I'm
immediately.
saying if I was a doctor,
Oh.
I wouldn't want to do that to a healthy person.
Well, there's this
So I'm saying
doctor
to a certain extent, maybe. But
There's this
they're gonna die
doctor-
anyways.
back in the day, Dr. Kevorkian, and he was like demonized so bad because he would help the like elderly patients that like they're gonna die, like they're just waiting to die, and they're in a lot of pain and stuff. So he would assist them in going on, and he went to prison and all that good shit.
Yeah, I think to a certain extent. Yeah.
I feel like it would like eliminate the unwilling people like of society though. Like just play devil's advocate, like it would get rid of the people that are just awful. Like they just feel like shit. They're not helping society in any way. They just
That's deep. That's dark.
Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't believe that. I can see the other argument for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think if you're like, it'd have to be almost prescribed to you. Like, you would have to be terminal, for that to be an option.
Yeah.
Okay,
They would have to litigate the shit out of it.
that's
you know.
fair.
And if they litigate the shit out of it, then that means that they're going to make a lot of money off of it. Can you imagine going to a doctor and he's charging you $700,000 to help you fucking move on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one or?
Okay, we can.
All right, this is going to be last one. Oh, that's a sucky last one.
Very good.
No, I got one either because we already done an old person one.
Already picking all the people out.
Nah, that's a shameless plug. Hot takes do better.
Reminds me of hot tamales.
I don't like hot tamales. No. I used
That's
to.
because he's white.
No, it's not stomach issues.
Because he's white.
Mayonnaise is spicy.
Okay, we're gonna offend somebody here, but short guys have better personalities.
Fuck no. Every short guy I know is an asshole. I think with the only exception of one.
Yeah, I know.
He's the only exception.
I know a lot of tall people that are assholes because they're tall.
Yeah.
Women like them, but I know a lot of short guys that are assholes because, women like them because they're assholes. I don't know.
I don't know. I've done more.
They make up in height somewhere else. I don't know.
I've done more assholes that were short than that were tall.
I'm a fairly tall guy. I mean,
You're a fairly big asshole.
no, but like every like random fight that like
That's with the short guy.
yeah, and I didn't know him. Like I'd be sitting at the bar and they would just come up to me and just start mouthing, and I didn't even talk to him, didn't even look at him.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, you're big, I got something to prove or something. I don't know. Your mom dated a guy that was like short and like he was wanting to fight me.
You're really narrowing it down here.
No, not.
I'm saying there were several.
Yeah, I know, but not the last.
Okay.
The another one.
Yeah.
And
I know which one.
Yeah, and he's like wanting to kick my ass and everything, and so I'm like, face palm him, and I got fine. But
You can't reach me.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, don't you think that maybe that's what one has to do to stand out? Like if because girls seem to like tall guys.
Yeah.
Like, like he's got to be at least 6'4", like I've heard that I don't know how many times.
Which is really fucking tall.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, the average height for a male is like 5'5", or something like that.
5'5". No, it's like 5'9".
I'll look it up. Okay.
Yeah, you look it up while we come.
because I want to say it's 5'10".
I was saying 5'9".
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, 5'10", I mean, that's, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's short.
I think 5'4" is like the average for women.
The United States is 5'9", and the global average is 5'7". So
Hey, so I was right for America.
Okay. But yeah,
So we're all taller than the
What was
average.
women?
Oh, I can look that up.
I said 5'4".
Maybe I think that one's 5'5".
I remember going to one of y'all's football games, and I don't believe you were
Oh,
playing,
shit.
but you were standing there with all your friends and stuff. And I remember going over there, and I was, talking to all you guys. And I'm sitting there looking up at the majority of you guys, and I'm just like, "What the fuck are we putting in the chicken nuggets?"
Yeah.
Like, and I don't.
Mama, why did you do?
At 6'1", I was tall. Like there was a couple other guys that was like really tall, like almost 7 foot and stuff. They were the outliers. But like whenever like I go up there, and like most of the guys are like 6'3". I'm like, this is bullshit. So I don't know.
So what was the average for women?
Average women and yeah, is 5'3". And
For America?
Yeah, 5'3".
Hey, I said 5'4". I wasn't too far off.
So 5'3" and 5'7" is the global average for male and female.
Are we done?
Are you more scared of a tall girl or a short girl?
I've been with tall people, so I like tall.
Yeah, I've always been more towards tall.
I'm scared of short because they can headbutt me in the no square.
This is my no square.
Like Chandler, for example, is scary.
I know.
Yeah.
She used to kick me all the time.
But the taller they are, the more dominant they are, the more male they are, I'll punch them back. Like if you
Equal rights, equal lefts.
and you a female and you hit me, yeah.
I heard that recently.
These hands are rated E for everyone.
Because the equal rights, equal fights.
Yeah.
Equal rights, equal lefts. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, like for real.
All right. Well, thank you, boys, for coming up and bullshitting and playing hot takes.
Is that it, or we just and then hot takes and stuff up?
Hey, it's just Memorial Day. This is just a normal weekend.
Well, I was in it because I gotta go pee. But if you guys would like to continue without me, feel free.
Sure.
All right.
Why not?
What's
We don't need you.
I know nobody needs me.
Hi, all. So we cut off the last little bit of the episode because it got really boring. No one was really talking. The video was already cut out at that point. So we decided to just end it off. And we didn't say goodbye. So thank y'all for watching and see you next week.